Ranma Saotome, a man among men and master of the anything goes style of martial arts. Matsuri Kazamaki, exorcist ninja and the boyfriend of the Ayakashi medium. In celebration of the Ranma and a Half anime reboot announcement, I've decided to have a matchup for two of Shonen's greatest gender-bent heroes. Before we begin, I want to say thank you to Christian Kember, also known as Crimbus, in my friend's Hall of Channels Discord server. He personally helped me on some of the calculations you see in this video. So, click the link in the description below to check out his YouTube channel and donate to my Cash App to commission for your own fiction duel video. Message me on Discord for more information on the pricing. Now, back to the duel. In the words of the wise Giguk, sometimes it takes a real man to be best girl. Welcome to Fiction Duel. Now, ladies first, I think? Trained in martial arts by his father Genma at the age of 2, Ranma became the most promising heir to the school of the anything goes style of martial arts. Learning godlike techniques, his secret final attack, Run Away, where he tactically retreats from the battle by distracting the opponent, and the more finalized version dubbed Secret Attack, Fierce Tiger, where the user yells, "What's that?" or "Look, 100 yen coin," and then sucker punches the opponent. Wakata, wakata. Okay, I'll start going through actual formidable techniques. He quickly learned the Kachu Tenshin Amaguriken by grabbing chestnuts from a flame, greatly enhancing his striking speed. For his ace in a hole, or better terms, her Eye of the Storm, the Hiryu Shoten Ha is an Amazonian martial arts technique that resembles a tornado. The user becomes cold and devoid of all emotion, emitting a cold battle aura, while the target must be angry or intensely lustful. By simply moving in a spiral formation, the two battle auras circle each other, which results in the target's battle aura being used against them and sending them flying. For more utility-based techniques, he has his Moko Takabisha, which is a ki blast he can emit from his hands that comes from his self-confidence. Umi Senken is a move where Ranma can completely mask his presence for sneak attacks, which is important since he can utilize his battle aura to predict incoming attacks. We should now transition to the next segment. Kon and Haku. All humans possess these spiritual and life force based energies. Matsuri Kazamaki, being an exorcist ninja, is no different. He must make peace or exercise with mysterious spirit-based beings known as Ayakashi. Thanks to his artisan partner Reo, she has the perfect tools for the job. He has the standard ninja gear similar to the Ayakashi, as Matsuri can't be seen with the naked eye. Coming from a family line of ancient exorcist ninjas, the Kazamaki clan has access to powerful wind jutsu. He can create updrafts to windsurf and levitate. Whirling sickle blade is a kick that can cut the biggest of Ayakashi in half. Wind kunai is a forward thrust, and heavy wind blast is an air cannon that can send the king of Ayakashi itself flying. Of course, if Aang has taught us anything, It is just how versatile the element of air truly is. The inner storm jutsu can enhance Matsuri's physical strength. Calm formation can detect the presence of others through illusions. And, for his strongest form yet, when he changes from his panties to his ultimate fundoshi, in this state, Matsuri can unlock the stored kon he has been conserving over time due to his training. Yabuki-sensei. Seriously. What the fuck? Being one of the strongest fighters in the story means you should upscale from Kuno, who can create wind blades that cut a stone statue, and Akane, punching through a stone wall, both feats ranging from wall level to small building level. When scaling to the other cursed characters, Ranma and Pantyhose Taro have tanked hits from Rogue's / Ashura's lightning, which caused a water fountain to boil, which, when calculated, would require 6.2 tons of TNT worth of energy to achieve. Ranma's most impressive feat, unironically, is when he survived a face-off against Herb, who was capable of collapsing an entire mountain. Judging from the panels, it seemed like the earthquake was induced via repeated chi blast from Herb, which, given the estimation of the mountain's size, would require 6.05 to 7.45 magnitude earthquake to ensue. That is around 17.9 kilotons of TNT and even 2.2 megatons of TNT at the highest end. For more conservative estimates, Ranma should be relative towards Lime, Fisher pushing feat, which has been calculated to be around city block to town levels worth of energy to achieve. It's worth noting that Ranma was only able to defeat Herb by redirecting his energy at him, and there were multiple instances where Herb could have ended Ranma's life then and there. So, take this scaling with a grain of salt. Now, for the shameless ninja rundown. Matsuri should upscale from Ayakashi, who can tear down trees, which is a wall level plus feat at the beginning of the story. Later, he will contend and eventually directly scale towards giant related feats. As mentioned, Ayakashi Snow Spirit Rochka created a giant ice golem, which required 51.67 tons of TNT to create. Granted, Matsuri needed support from Suzu to immobilize the golem. However, in chapter 48, he was shown drawing blood from an ancient Ayakashi of the drought, which caused a heat wave across Omiko City. This would naturally scale chain towards Rochka and Chirizuka Kaio, another ancient Ayakashi who overpowered Matsuri in the past. Lastly, the moment where Matsuri was at his most perverted, I meant his most powerful, was when he wore the ultimate fundoshi and challenged the Goryusen themselves, who was able to fight with a fully realized Suzu with all three aspects of the Ayakashi medium fused together. This is important because Suzu should upscale from the Drought Ayakashi and from the Daidoro Bochi statement, a Japanese giant from myth who was capable of reshaping entire landscapes, which could involve manipulating hills, valleys, to entire mountain ranges, which would require bare minimum 239.8 megatons of TNT. For speed, both fighters have demonstrated superhuman reflexes. Ranma's chestnut technique grants him a punching speed of Mach 112, and this is supported by the fact that Pantyhose Taro in his cursed form is capable of dodging Rouge's lightning strikes. Likewise, Matsuri has also demonstrated dodging lightning strikes as well. For higher end, both characters have instances of perceiving and dodging light-based attacks, with Ranma reacting towards attacks from Saffron, a god of light and fire. For Matsuri's case, dodging mirror lasers from a fully powered Une, making it so that both fighters have relativistic reaction speed. As for feats, both fighters have been shown to break out from mental attacks. Ranma resisting Happosai's battle aura-induced paralysis, and Matsuri dispelling from Danmaru's steamy vision jutsu or his memory erasure. When it comes to their female forms, it has been stated for both parties that while their male forms are physically stronger, their aforementioned female forms are more agile and possess greater speed. Now, let us commence this showdown of the female yet not female warriors.
3, 2, 1.
Fight!
This fight would take place at a forest in the countryside of Omiko City. Ranma is shadowboxing on top of a cliff, honing in on his martial arts skills. Then, out of nowhere, Matsuri, while thinking about Suzu, doesn't pay attention to where he's going and crashes into Ranma, making him fall to a pond on the bottom of the cliff. Ranma, now in his girl form, is pissed and charges at Matsuri with a Superman-style punch. Matsuri is just standing there in awe, wondering, what kind of Ayakashi is this? When it comes down to it, it seems like Matsuri has the advantage when it comes to speed and strength. Even in his base form, he scales to Soga, who's able to keep up with an electric Ayakashi, traveling on a power line, which further cements relativistic speeds for Matsuri. However, it could be said that Ranma has the advantage in raw durability given the attacks he survived from stronger foes, and the fact that he's able to see and interact with Ghost means he can keep track of Matsuri with his ninja gear on. Now, for the deciding factor of this fight, can Ranma's Hiryu Shoten Ha finish off Ultimate Fundoshi Matsuri? Well, let's look at it this way. The tornado effect of the Hiryu Shoten Ha has been countered before. As long as the target is calm or conceals their chi in some kind of way, their tornado will have no effect on them. With Matsuri's con training, the mentality of the con formation, and Kazamaki naturally being the stronger wind user, means that he could very likely dispel the Hiryu Shoten Ha. In conclusion, while I could see Ranma's cunning dirty tricks and greater martial skill coming into play in this battle, the Exorcist Ninja's greater speed, con power, and wind jutsu could give the edge she needs to become the championess of this fiction duel. That's all for today's video, homies. Hope you enjoyed this fiction duel on one of my favorite manga subgenres. God, I'm gonna get cancelled. Like the video, subscribe for more content, and notify me in the comments on what kind of matchups you want in the future. Until next time, keep on creating. See you around.